All right, friends. So this is gonna be take 14. I tried to record this video 13 times on my desk. But happy Wednesday, and welcome back to Tech Insights with Dylan White. Let's dive into an update. As you guys know, we've done walking videos talking about all things in tech a few times. We just had a video a couple weeks ago about consistency, which, to be fair, a lot of life changes, a lot of just life and the last 2 weeks have affected that consistency. Some of y'all might know I cut a YouTube live short a week and a half ago. It was last Friday before last. My wife had found out some news about her dad, which kind of threw everything into our life into a stir. So with that being said, we just got somebody to make sure we could have the kids taken care of, and then we flew down to check on her dad. Took care of some things there, made sure that she was able to be there for her dad in his moment of need. He is a 2-time stroke survivor. So just a lot of life comes up with that being involved. And with her being the oldest daughter, tends to fall on her, unfortunately. So nobody really tells you that part about being an adult, the 30s and into your 40s, etc. Having to take care of people you love. That's difficult. I don't do well with that part of life. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So the TLDR of this, if you guys, and TLDL if you don't want to listen, lots of things. And I'll say it, but last Friday, so this last Friday, while we were at the hospital, I was laid off. It was a business decision, but I found out I no longer had a job. And the 13 takes prior, let me try and record this, talk to you guys about that. Had 5 days or so, just kind of sit with it and feel it. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about, being laid off, my thoughts and feelings. So if you're still here, I appreciate you all. Enjoying the bright and sunshiny day. But what I want to say is, we all think about working from the time we leave the house, and children, as we say, so we're 70 years old, if we're lucky. I have family members, and my wife has family members who are working well past their 70s. Trust me, it's not out of want, it's out of necessity. And so for me, talking to you guys about what this means to me being laid off, it gives me a chance to reflect. The last time I didn't have a job was about 6.5 years ago, and I didn't take time to reflect. It really affected my emotional being. Even this has really affected my emotional being, but this whole year has been emotionally affecting, for one way or the other. What I think this situation and the circumstances of the situation allowed me to do was reflect on the simple fact that a job is not life and death. And I've said this numerous times. Unless you're a service worker, right, in service of others, right, you're out there helping, police officer, firefighter, military member, right? Unless you're one of those, it's not life and death, right? You get to go home, you get to see your family, you get to see your kids. And for me, that's what I'm grounding myself on over the next few weeks while I fight for my next role. It's really that, I've seen a lot of that, the last part of life, the death side of it. And what I want to do is live while working, right? Like, you don't want to work to live. You want to live while you work. And so for me, I'm going to do a lot of reflecting on that. I talked to my kids about it already. My two oldest understand. My oldest really understands. She's like her mom. And she's just like, it's going to be okay. And she said, if I need her, just check in with her. Way more emotionally stable than I am, and way more emotionally stable than I think I'll ever be. That one's different. But I'm really excited just to get to spend more time with her. And even she was able to talk to me about a musical song for my wife, who will probably listen to 40% of this video. Sorry, Shaggy. But she'll know I rarely listen to music lyrics. But this time has allowed me to check in with my kids and actually be involved and listen, right? And just hear them. And my daughter's like, hey, listen to this song. And she knows a little bit about my mental illness and what happens and things like that. And she's like, just listen, Daddy. It's my favorite song on the album. For those of you that are inclined to musical shows, the show is called Julie and the Phantoms. It's on Netflix. I've probably seen 6 to 7 episodes 60 times each. And as with a lot of parents, it goes in one ear out the other and some things stick. But this song, when I actually listened to it, it's the second song on their soundtrack on Apple or Spotify, whatever you listen to. It's called Get Out. And sometimes all it is about getting out of bed. And when you listen to the song, it's like you could be down, you could be sad, you could be depressed, all the emotions, but get out. So instead of sitting at the computer being mad that Clipchamp wouldn't work and CapCut wouldn't work, I got out, and I got to talk to you guys about it. Because I think for me, the hardest part of recording those 14 videos, the hardest part about messaging former peers, coworkers, friends, because I do call people friends, right? Some of them are even family, right? People say don't call me fam. I do. It's just me. I'm gonna tell you, can't change your old dog. The hardest part is that's when it becomes real, right? You really realize, man, I'm in the midst of it. I'm a number. Don't allow yourself to be just a number. And for me, that's why I want to talk to you guys. I think for a lot of people that reached out and said, hey, do you have advice on if I want to do this? Do you have advice if I want to do that? Especially in the Microsoft realm. At Microsoft, some cybersecurity, a lot of identity, right? I wanted for me, myself, for the next however many weeks, I'm going to work on a lot of different labs, a lot in identity and security space. So I'm looking at it as positive. Give me time to do that. But what I do want to tell people, the advice I have is you can't allow yourself just to be a number. Right? You have to be able to say, yeah, you know what? I got knocked out. It is what it is, but it won't define you. Life is always about just how are you willing to fight back? Are you willing to get up off the mat? Are you willing to stand tall, stand in the midst of it, and get up, and get out your head, and go do what needs to be done? And for me, I think that's the part. That's where the life really is starting to take form, because a decade ago me would not have said this. Right? 24, 25-year-old me, I would have been wallowing in it. As a suicide survivor, I would have let parts of it take me into those dark places again. But not this time. This time, I've already started reaching out to my network. Some of you will definitely be getting more messages from me. What I'm really allowing myself to ground on is open my eyes, right, to what's around, to the emotions. Because I think a lot of people in the laid off just bury themselves in the sand and say, well, I hate my employer. I hate that they did this to me. I hate this economy that we're in. It's not going to get you out of the situation. It's really not. We all know it. Because life is hard. It's really hard. It's hard for a lot of people around the world right now. But look at this. Sun's shining. Got clothes on. It could be a lot worse. It really could. And that's what I'm embracing. I think for me, like, it really always has been about embracing the positives and just trying to work out what's next. And so for me, really 3 things are next. 1, get this out there. Just press upload, hit send, and then it's official. Then I'm in the job hunt. Now we're in the mix. We've already got my resume out there. I'm gonna work probably 2 or 3 resume companies, maybe some coaches to help me really ice it. So if you are a resume coach out there and you want to help a friend out, let me know. I think for the job battle, it's probably 90% of it. I have interviewed, and I tell you, even if you have a job, go interview somewhere, or just do a mock interview with somebody at your job, because there's nothing like the stress of an interview. Nothing like it. And for those of you that are out there without a job, hunting, just like me, you're like, man, I bombed that interview. It was my only chance. I get that. I get the gist of it. I get the mental. But you have to remember to still ground yourself in that, right? At all times, touch the ground. Right? So if you need somebody to call before you go step into it, just so you can calm down, hit me up. We're all in this together. I think community is what makes the tech world the best. I think community is what makes a lot of things better. And for me, that's why I hope this helps me build up even more. There's more of a community, more of a sense of responsibility to each other. Sorry if I looked in the trees. There's a gigantic spider. Terrified. Hate spiders. Thought we were in Australia for a second, which I'm not. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. So for me, it's really just trying to figure out what we can do to get back up on our feet. So that's number one. Get this out there. Number two, decide what I want to do. Everybody's already asked me, hey, what do you want to do? For me, being around the customer is really where I want to be. So customer solutions engineering, solutions architecture. Part of me's even thought about trying to make a jump into sales with a lot of the sales enablement. I think being a cloud salesperson would be great. If anybody has any tips, ideas, thoughts on that knows me, it'd be awesome just to get your ideas on it, how it affects life, how it changes life, etc. Yada yada. So those two. The other one is moving into more of a kind of team lead role over corporate cloud security would be very cool and interesting. But I think for the most part, I really want to do something in the identity space, whether that's with an identity product vendor, whether that's with a leading identity solutions integrator, don't know. But I'll be reflecting on that a bit. I'm also going to use this time to get some vitamin D. It's my third walk of the day. And we're just really embracing the fact that, you know, time is finite. Last week I was in the hospital with my father-in-law looking at, you know, major life change or possibly not being with us. So work is never going to be that for me. It's never going to be life and death. But what it does allow me to do is let my kids live a better life. So I'm going to be much more selective about how I go about that work and what questions I ask when it does come up. Because I really want to dedicate my working hours somewhere that, you know, is committed to being the best. Because I'm committed to be the best. And reflect. And the third, I'm going to reflect a bit on the job I lost, because it is a loss. But the reality of it is that job introduced me to so much and so many people. Let me travel places I haven't been, or haven't gotten to go. It's all my family to travel. So it was great to me. And I really do thank them from the bottom of my heart. Because the people I met along the way have really helped change my life and alter different courses. They've picked me up when I've been down. Some of those people get a message all of their own. But I will say that this job helped me understand more about how to be the best consultative seller I could be. But also taught me the commercials. Taught me how organizations look at buying different tools. You know, how to do the bake-offs the correct or incorrect way, right? We all learn lessons. So I think I'll be reflecting a lot on that. And there'll be some videos that are just like this. Just me and you, talking, walking, trying to understand this thing called life. One thought that's going through my mind right now, I saw a TikTok video about it, is the Charlotte cybersecurity meetup. I'll probably reach out to that person on TikTok. But I think the more we can get groups together and communities together, trying to do the same thing, just building community, building each other up. So those are my 3 thoughts. But the TLDL of this, if you didn't listen all the way through, is I'm on the job hunt. And I really could use your help. I'm really excited about this next phase. And I look forward to getting to share a ton of labs and a ton of thoughts with you guys. So until later today, when we dive into one of those labs, I'll see you guys on the other side.